let it go, how will my bills be paid? Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Faithful Sher. I'm the channel FaithWalk. Today we'll be talking about letting go and letting God. And letting go and just letting God. As you see from the title below, when we talk about letting go and really letting God, a lot of persons take it in so many different ways. So often in this life, we hold on to things that constantly stop us from being our fulfilled self, stop us from achieving our goals, and just stop us from getting the blessings that we truly deserve by holding on to things. Holding on to hurt, holding on to people, holding on to situations that we just can't let it go for whatever reason there is. So today we are going to break down letting go and letting God. At times, situations come up on us where, because we have invested so much things, whether materialistical things, our emotions, or even just our time, we think it is too hard to let it go. Therefore, when things are not happening in our way, or the way that we thought it should be going, we tend to, instead of just letting it go, we wanted to hold on to it, because at the end of the day, we want to reap what we have invested in with our time, our energy, our finances. Whatever the case is that we have invested, we want the end product that we hoped for in the beginning of our investment. But in this life, when it shows us the ups and downs, the best thing to do is let it go. Persons tend to hold on to things and cannot let it go, which I understand. Our mental space don't allow us. Our surrounding don't allow us. A lot of things can contribute to oneself why we think we need to hold on. Sometimes we are in relationships, and relationships is not what we think it should be. It's not what it should be. It's not what we think it should be. It's not what it should be itself as a relationship. And it's not generating any benefits that is positive to us. But still yet, we want to hold on to it. We hold on to these relationships because of our investment. Sometimes we have invested emotionally, sometimes we have invested financially. We find it very difficult to let it go. Why? Because we can't let go of what we have already given. But sometimes it's best to close doors so new beginnings can come forth. I know, yes, it is very difficult to let go. Letting go at times can be so draining because we are fearful of what's next. We get so comfortable and so complacent in the situation that we are already in that we think it's so difficult to just let go and let God. Speaking with many different persons, hearing many different situations, I myself been in so many different situations, I've learned to master the art of letting go and letting God. And how I do this, I'm going to explain to you all. Living with some code of conduct and having some morals and standards help you to do just that, letting go. Where if it is finances, you can know that money comes, money goes. So if you have invested whatever amount of money it is in whatever situation it is, and for some reason your health is threatened, your life is threatened, it is not going the way that it is supposed to go, letting go. Yes, letting go. Some persons will hold on to it and to say, if I die, I die, but I cannot let it go. Sometimes it's not worth it. 90% of the time, it is so not worth it. Let it go, let God. We need to learn the power of money. Money these days make friends, break friends. But the real power of money is giving it. The more you give is the more you receive. The more you put energy in it is the more it is hard to come by. So the more you try to hold on it and don't want to let it go, it is harder to come by, because money wasn't created for you to hold it. It was created for you to let it go and let it be constant flowing. So when you learn this, you see that it is much easier for you to just let it go. And when you let it go, you realize that it comes back 10 times unfold. That is one of my methods for letting off finances. If I invest in something and I lost money, I don't feel any way. I use two mechanisms to do that. If it is God's will, then let it be done. One. And two, this too shall pass. I use other code of conducts like nothing lasts forever more than the good salvation. So that is what some mechanism I use to get out of certain financial loss that I have invested in financially and then end up losing money. And it always come back. Other situation that persons finding it hard to let go of is workload or jobs. Work, jobs, basically the same thing. Sometimes you're at a job or a workplace and it is not working out for you anymore. If you find yourself having to drag yourself to the work, to the job, you finding it more depressing, you can't function properly at your duties anymore because it is, for some reason, it is just overbearing, but you cannot let it go because you think, if you let it go, how will my bills be paid? What will I do? I use the mechanism just like many other persons that I encourage to do the same thing. If God feed the birds and the bees, what say me? Let us walk by faith and not by sight. When one door closes, many others open. And I said, if a door don't open, a window will just burst open. So I'm not afraid to walk away, close a door, stop something, move on from a job if it is not serving me anymore mentally. I don't put finances in front of my mental health or anything relating to my children. If I am in a work environment and I'm finding it difficult to function, if I love my job and I'm really finding it difficult to bring up my daily task, I'm sorry, but I am going to leave. Not everyone thinks like that, and not everyone finding it so easy to let go. But here I am encouraging you today to just walk by faith and not by sight, and get up out of that comfortable situation and see how things start manifesting and working out for you, just because you stop being complacent. Right? So when you stop being complacent and stop being comfortable and come out of your comfort zone, sometimes that is the whole reason why we find it so difficult to let go. Because again, letting go brings fear of the unknown. And we need to walk by sight. Remember, in all my videos I say, this life is not of thyself. So why do we treat it daily like we owe everything to it? If we don't do it, it cannot be done. Why not try not to do it and see if it would be done? Try not to do it and see what happened. And come back and tell me, have you ever had a testimony that you let go of something and you didn't know how you're going to make it out? But in the end, it worked out for the best. And I always say, God's plan is always the right and greatest plan. Nothing beats that. And everything in this life happens for a reason. So don't feel stuck in that work or that job environment because you're fearful of letting go and letting God. Move on, get up, let's go. Write that resignation letter, start over, start that business that you want to start, but you're fearful, you don't think you get enough clients, you don't think your business will be booming, your business will just start something. Let go of that thing that is not working for you anymore and move on. It is okay to start over. Remember, when you cut a hair, it will always grow back. If you cut a flower, it will always grow back. And when you plant a seed, of course you expect it to grow. So why are you so afraid to just let go? I know it is hard sometimes, but I tell you, I mastered it all. Letting go of the persons you love, letting go of the job that you always wanted. It's always working out when you know that you are not in control and you let the Most High be in control of your life. Nothing is better than that. So another scenario that persons find it hard to let go of is families. Sometimes we are in some family that no longer serve us. And I implore everyone, the most important family that you have is the family that you create. If you don't have any family that you create, such as your children, your spouse, your husband, then you have your family that birthed you, that you came from. Sometimes some family member can be draining. They can mess up your mental health. Because when you have these loved ones that you think should cherish you, support you, embrace you, be there for you, and there's nowhere to be found, and they say the worst things about you, it can really tear you down. Trust me, I know how you feel. That's why you don't be afraid to just let it go. Let it go and let God. Don't be afraid to just love them from a distance. I'm not saying don't love them at all. I'm not saying to close the door and don't open the door of opportunity for them, because the most I would not want that for you. And then you will be ending up stopping your blessing. I'm saying know them enough to love them from a distance. Close that door of communication. Don't let their actions define who you are, but let yourself define who you are. Therefore, you just let go and let God. It's not hard. Try it once and see what happens. Family members too can get overwhelming on your mental health. They can say things that knock you to the ground and you find it so hard to get back up because mommy said you are worthless, daddy said you're no good, and sister said you come to nothing, and brother said you're not even worth it. But you know who you are. Say thank you. Bless them. Say thank you so much for your kind words. Let that build your strength. Let those words be a tower of strength. Find those words. Prove them wrong. Close the door off to your emotions where they're concerned. Let them only be what they are. Naysayers. Let them go and let God, and see how your life becomes more prosperous and beneficial for you. Remember, greater is he who lives in you than you who lives in the world. I can't say this enough. Letting go and let God is the best thing to do in whatever situation that you are. And just some common situation that we talked about today: your relationships, your job, your situationships, whatever the case is, learn to let go, learn to say I am wrong, learn to apologize, learn to say it is okay. Thank you so much and have a good day. Letting go and let God. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Faith Walk with your girl, Faithful Sher. See you in my next episode. Remember, leave a comment below, share with a friend, like, and press the subscribe button for whenever we make another upload just like this one that is very informative and encouraging you to let go and let God. Bye.